And we are live. We started live a little early because I just feel good. I know it's probably not the best for viewership because you guys are used to more of a later time, but I don't know, it's Wednesday. They're supposed to be kind of gorilla-y, but I'm in a good mood. I said a few days ago, normally I don't really pay attention to drama, but there is an exception, and it's when my Oshis are involved. And God, sometimes you just love to see it when the worst people suffer. And that's what happened recently with Vice. They wrote 3 slanderous articles on one of my Oshis, Kirsha, and the sword of Damocles is falling upon her and her, falling upon Vice and her aunties. It is great. It is great. I am the Foxy Lady. Yes, Opus. It is the normally drama. Don't know anything what's going on, but as I said, like when it's one of my Oshis, I know. And right now, I'm pretty happy to seeing all the worst people suffer because they just fucking can't help but lie. Oh my god, we are all Foxu. Yes, I stand with Foxu. Kirsha is a wonderful creator, and people love to lie about her because she's living her best life, and they can't fucking stand it. Kirsha is literally the epitome of somebody saying, "I think discrimination is wrong," and then her auntie's going, "Ah, so you're for discrimination?" No, I literally just said the opposite, but they're not. But they can't put that together, man. Oh my god, it is literally also all of her aunties are also the epitome of like if they did not project, they would not have anything to say at all. It is insane. Let's see, where's the skirt? Okay. Wait. I'm a little confused here. Okay. Okay, let's build the legs though. Ooh, enough about drama though. Let's go into the legs. Ooh. Actually, for anyone who's new, you guys might be new because apparently people really liked the Airy short, the most recent one where I tortured Airy with the anglicization of Japanese words, and people seem to like that. But it looks like we should be having Doki Doki Part 2. Hopefully, right now it's tentatively planned for not next Sunday, but the 25th. Next Sunday I have to see family. I say have to see family, I'm seeing family. Ooh. You might fall asleep, that's okay. I myself had a bit of a siesta before stream. Actually, stream was supposed to start as early as 8 because I was just feeling in such a good mood, but I just was like, I'll take a little nap first. And let's move the mouse. My mouse looks filthy because I had to paint over it because it was too reflective. This is 31, and oh shit. I thought these were symmetrical. That was my mistake. I'm gonna have to figure that out later. But that is a mistake I made. Ooh. Let us... 30 is gonna go over... Sorry, 31 is gonna go over there. Because we are building... Which leg are we... We're building the left... or the right leg. Okay. And then... So actually, speaking of drama, it appears that not only has Kirsha had slander written about her, but it also appears because, you know, an absolute yellow journalist just can't help herself, somebody's also slandered Doki Bird. Ooh. is that there was some kind of, like, something, I don't even know what happened really, but somebody just jumped on a story and immediately was like, well, Doki Bird is evil actually because there was some kind of mix-up to, like, some kind of PC giveaway or something. And so, you know, we're coming down from the Kirsha drama right for Doki Bird drama just to start going up. I mean, holy shit, this year has just been the year of drama, I swear to God. Hello, Sang. Hello. I'm not as big of a fan of the storm. Ooh. But I might. The Gyan, I wasn't a very big fan of the first time I saw it, but it grew on me over time, to be fair. So, it kind of depends if, like, I grow to like it more over time, but I do not have one already. I'll just say that. I don't have a storm. Ah, that's what happened. Okay. It is just crazy how this... It's like you can't have a day without drama this year, though. This year has been insane for drama and VTuber news. You know, it's literally like you're like, okay, things are dying down. Something new is happening? Oh, God. Like, we weren't even finished with the previous drama. Can we have, like, an hour? No, we just can't. It's just going up, 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 up. Stocks are rising, chat. Okay, this bubble's gonna pop, but it's not today. It is so. Yeah, that is true. Ooh, that is one thing that Kirsha does good at. Even though it's kind of ironic because she actually gets constantly ghosted by her artists and whatnot. But she does go the extra distance of making sure that, like, she owns her IP and her art and whatnot. Ooh, she actually does get the, like, written agreements and what have you with her. She just either has terrible luck or terrible choice in artists, because either the artists flake on her anyways, or the artist almost dies, like her rigger for her new model. She literally had to do like a call-out post on like Twitter, not to be like, hey, this person like is ghosting me. She's like, I don't know what happened to this person. They might be dead. Does anyone know what happened to my rigger? And the rigger's like, I'm alive. I just almost died is all. And it's like, what is this? What's going on? Okay, firstly, I just want to say the Gyansala is a hilarious fucking name. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I did not know that there was a high-grade Gyansalot. I would probably, because if I remember right, the Gyansalot is it's just a refined Gyan with a collar, if I remember correctly, and I'm always a fan of those. Like if, but eight. What's oh, that's just build fighters. But if it's different enough than the Gyan, yeah, and I'm pretty sure it is. It's a custom, and also based if it's based off of this mold and not the old mold. Ah, wait, is it? Okay, I'm sorry if it is. Let me. Desktop audio's off. Let me check, chat. Thank you very much. Okay, no, it's just loud in general. Let me see what it's at. Ah, it's at 20. Very precise, but okay, let me move it to 19, and that's what it usually is at. Sorry, not 19. 15. Just a little, yeah. That should be better. Some of the songs are also not balanced. Like right now it's on Madama Butterfly, so when you said that, it was probably more intense, but Madama Butterfly is a bit of a quieter song. It's one of those things that some songs are just louder than others as well. You know, I just have to be conscious of that, but thank you very much. I like your input. I do have. Fuck. I was gonna say I do have balls. I am indeed a man. No, I do have balls from the 1-year war. I love how, because you know they're so small. They're like 10 meters in diameter, which when you find out that's how big a ball from Gundam is, it's kind of insane because that's kind of massive. But I do have that kit, and it's kind of meant for like an off day, or like it's meant for like a 2-day build, which these have been recently, but these have not been intentional 2-day builds. That's like meant to be for like when I just am like, I just want to do a build that's only going to be 2 days and not, 2 weeks. So you want to make your own custom is what you're saying, though, with the balls. I did? Okay. Actually, speaking of that, I don't know why Aerie was upset when she tried to do her, big cock joke, because she loves to be like, I got a big cock, or whatever. She loves doing that as a joke. And I don't understand why she was upset, though, when I cucked her when she tried to tell the joke during the collab. Because I thought she's into NTR, but, I just... It's just women are hard to understand, chat, okay? Women are confusing. What? And... Okay, just looking at what we have. Oh, fuck. I just realized. I actually have the wrong tab open on... My brain just melted. On the browser, I had the YouTube tab open, which meant that on my screen that I used to read chat off of, it was just YouTube chat right next to YouTube chat, and I just noticed that, and I was like, that's not what's supposed to be happening. That's really stupid. I just had YouTube chat twice. Thank God nobody's popped into Twitch chat yet. That would have been really, really bad. Oh. Oh my god. Okay, I didn't quite understand what you were saying in your first one. Ooh. I thought you were actually saying the opposite. Jesus Christ. I need to double check the high mock. Give me a sec. Oh my god. Yeah, it's the Zaku-like of build fighters. This looks so fucked up. Oh my god. I used to have a ball toy. Ooh, that's actually the Gundam toy that lasted the longest. Ooh, women are like Enigma, yes. Ooh, actually, right now, for any of you who are familiar with Aerie, who because of my recommendations or whatever have gone to watch her or follow her on Twitter, right now there was a misunderstanding with her and several people. She made a straw page, which is like a Q&A page, and people were dumb, and from my understanding, like, people were dumb about it, and right now she's not very happy, so she's actually taking a break from the interwebs, as it were. However, if you follow her on anything and you see her pop back up, make sure you show her some love. Because, yeah, just people apparently, I don't have the full knowledge of what happened, but if she made the straw page, which is just like a Q&A page, but like it kind of just like blew up for some reason, so make sure next time you guys see her, if you are in those circles, don't like go out of your way to like coddle her or some bullshit like that. She's not gonna like that. But just, if you have an option of being, kind of kind or bratty to her, choose the kind response. She is a good friend of this channel. Aerie is a very, very good friend of this channel. And these are all symmetrical, technically, so we can just... It's like kind of a pseudo inner frame, which is interesting about modern high grades. They have like varying degrees of inner frames. And that piece, I don't even know what that is. That's a B29. I'm actually kind of surprised you guys are here this early for a stream. Maybe Wednesdays are better to start a little early on. Wednesdays are still very new to me for streaming, so I don't know what the best time for them are. They're probably just gonna be guerrilla either way, just kind of be like when I feel like it. Not as set in stone as the Monday and Friday streams. Oh, that's an excellent place to paint, so we're gonna have to do that. And yet again, I have failed to watch Gundam X because this time I was too busy watching GQ. Ooh. I feel like GQ is kind of just the safest thing to call it. But I was too busy watching the 4th episode of GQ. Which is a little confusing because I watched the filmic premiere of it, and how the premiere went is you have the prologue first, and then you have the first and 3rd episode back to back in the filmic in like the theatrical release. That's the term. In the theatrical release, so I was a little confused as to like what episode I was left off on. Yeah, I actually looked up the Hathaway, and coincidentally, I can't remember why I looked up the Hathaway, like when's the next Hathaway, but I looked that up like a few days ago, and literally the information is from last year, and the information from last year is, it's in development, guys, and it's just like, oh, wonderful. Oh god, being a Gundam fan in the West, you just see you're always on the cutting edge of news. Ooh. I do need to actually get the new Dorvac stuff. The Dorvac I still need to get because of all the stuff I'm waiting for. Like, that one actually I have no excuse for. The Dorvac, the thing is, like, the music is harder to expand on. It takes a lot longer to expand on the music because I have to listen to each song to make sure it's of good audio quality. Because, I mean, you might be like, a lot of these songs aren't of the best audio quality, Merrick. Yeah, I know. But these were the best ones I could get from the Library of Congress. But I need to get the Dvorvac. I have the tab open. I just need to check the music and make sure which ones are public domain. So actually, despite your comment, I don't think there's any new songs yet on the playlist. This is just Hungarian Fantasia, which sounds different from the usual anthems I have. And need to focus to do this right. That's not very pretty, but that's because I put pomade in and then I didn't clean it. Gives the stream character. It's old. What is it? It has warmth, chat, because these are technically all record recordings. There's a warmth to the recording. Most boomer shit ever. But I do love, there's like a perfect point where like in old records, it's not static because static is electronic and records aren't electronic. But there's like this perfect point where like records, when they're so worn out, where they have grit is what is probably like I'd call it. They have grit, but it's not like, but you can still tell what the song is. It doesn't impede the sound at all. It just has that like, the record just kind of like bounces on it ever so slightly, but it never bounces off of it. It's really, that is what I really like. That's like the perfect record sound, just the I don't even think that's being picked up by the mic because it's too quiet. But it's like pre-static. It's like analog static, and it sounds kind of real nice. These ones just have like, because they're digitized, they actually do have static though. Ooh. I don't think I have that. Considering I'm not recognizing what you're asking, I'm gonna probably say not. I'm hoping, actually, now that we're building the Gyan, though, that when next time the Gia My Beloved is up to vote, people will vote for it. Because again, I really like the Gia. The Gia is such a beautiful mech. And I'd be over the moon if you guys would vote for that. But I don't even know next time it's going to be up for the poll, so I shouldn't even be saying that. Actually, I will say one thing real quick about Gundam. And that is, Gundam fans are a lot better at avoiding spoilers than at sharing spoilers than some other fans. It's kind of weird going from Invincible to like Gundam in a sense, because it's like, oh hey, here's Invincible, and it's like, here's the entire story, and it's like, man, I haven't even like watched the first episode yet. Why did you spoil the fact that there's like a Freddie Mercury looking dude? Aw, dude, don't worry, there's also a guy named Dinosaur. Stop! Like, why are you spoiling the entire story? It's like, I just want to share it with you, bro. But meanwhile, Gundam is like, oh my god, look at this woman. And it's just like, look at this new character they introduced in GQ, and I'm like, oh my goodness, wow. And then it's just like, oh yeah, by the way, they die the same episode, and I'm like, I'm surprised nobody spoiled that for me. Like, everyone was talking about this character, not a single person was like, yeah, and then they died. People would immediately be making jokes in the Invincible community about like, yeah, then they died just to spoil it. Ooh, I'm not gonna say who. Ooh, just so there's at least some vagueness to it, but is this funny to me? Ooh, I had no idea that episode was gonna end that way. That it's just gonna be like, yeah, no, death, and I'm like, holy shit. Like, we're getting a person who was known to the main character dying this early in the story? Wow. We're cooking right now. Gyan Giger, Gyan? I'm gonna look that one up, because I don't recognize that one. I was looking at Gyans earlier in the week, because I was trying to share the Oldsmobile Gyan with Shog, because I was talking to Shog about like the proportions of the Gyan and just in general, but I'm gonna type in Giger, no, oh, or God, it could be like Krieger, I don't know. Here's the thing, a lot of like, so much of Gundam is literally secondary translations. It's, oh hey, we translated this. Like, it's the Japanese translated it into Japanese, and then they translate it back into English. So, like, you have a German word, translate it to Japanese, and you translate it to English, and it's just like, what the hell is... It's just, like, unrecognizable. Ooh. And then you find out later, oh no, it's not the Tetons, it's the Titans. That one always fucking gets me. That one, that's the funniest one. Oh, hello, Kiger. No, wait. Krieger. No, wait. Which one? There's like several. Oh, fuck. The Krieger looks cool as hell, though, actually. Okay, damn, the Krieger looks real clean, actually. I think it's the Krieger. Yes, it's the Krieger. Is Krian. Oh, the only thing that's coming up is the Krieger. I'm sorry. Ooh. Can you imagine if Krieger from Archer piloted a mobile suit? Oh my god, he would make a crazy mobile suit and mobile suit pilot. Then again, everyone in Archer would make a crazy mobile suit pilot though. They're all fucking crazy. That is a crazy ass shield though, I will say. It's like a It looks more like a beetle, like thorax or something, than like a normal shield. I don't know if it's just like meant for style or if like the open parts of it are meant for like dueling, but it looks cool as hell. What continuity is it? I'm gonna check what continuity it is. Oh, don't worry about typos. Typos happen all the time. Also, spell check can be stupid and make up words as well. Ooh, I despise spell check with a burning passion, because half the time spell check is just like, that's not a word, and it's like rapscallion is a word. You know, like penultimate is a word, and it's like, I've never seen that word in my life, and I'm like, stop trying to gaslight me about English, motherfucker. I know English. I don't speak it good, but I know it. But it's just... yeah, that's actually would explain why it's more confusing, because it's a KG Krieger. Gihren's Greed. Oh, fuck. There's a lot of mobile suits from Gihren's Greed. God, isn't that like an old Game Boy Advance game, too? No, it's PlayStation 2. Okay, so it's not that basic. Okay, let's start building this. Where did I do with the polycaps? Are you the polycaps? You are a set of polycaps, but I do not know if you are the set of polycaps. Oh, wait. I already cut out these polycaps last time. There's one right here and one right here. These are for the feet. Do not do... That's very loud of you. Don't do that. Do not do that, phone. That's rude. Okay. Okay, so... I'll admit I'm a little confused what's happening here. Oh! Okay, so... These don't like... Okay. That's a little weird, I'll admit. But he has a toe bend, which I absolutely adore. Ooh. For so long, all high grades were just flat-footed completely. And it would have been such a shame if this guy was flat-footed, because he's literally a duelist mech. It'd be so terrible, but that means he's going to be able to stand on his toes, chat. He even has a little bit of flat part right here, so he can stand even like this. That's nice. It's supposed to be a close, like, range mobile suit, so I guess the idea is it getting support, but there is the Gyan cannon, which does just have shoulder cannons. Ooh. But ooh. I suppose it'd be like meant to be used in like combined arms, like it would be supported by other mobile suits. I do wonder if ooh, GQ hasn't revealed a Gyan yet. I would actually love to see their take on the Gyan. The Gyan in their take would probably be really, really interesting. Chat, I'm being stupid. I don't know what I did with the... Oh. Wow, why were you over there? And what are you for? Are you my polycaps? I don't know. There's more polycaps right there. It's kind of weird that the Gelgoog is like... is like a gym. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. Ooh. Ooh, that one I find a little confusing because the Gelgoog was a one-year war mech, but I guess, you know, the time split happened early enough where the Gelgoog looks like that. I'm a little confused. I'll be completely honest. I think everyone's confused by the Gelgoog though. It's like Gelgoog. It's a fucking gym. Oh my god. Okay. This is awful. One minute. This is really hard to plug in. Give me 1 second. See if I can figure this out. Okay. Ooh. Fuck, it's really humid in here. Holy shit. Why is it so... What's the humidity outside? Give me 1 sec before I read that. I need to check the humidity. Holy shit, I'm not gonna say it out loud because, you know, doxing, but unless it's like really low, then I'm gonna be like, how is it that low? God, Weather Channel, why did you update your shit and everything is worse now? Oh, that's really high humidity. Oh god, that's awful. Ahsoka from Star Wars? No, Asukan, farewell. Okay, okay. Ooh. But I'll still look into that. Even if it was, might not be easy to find. Not Ashland, Ashokan. Also on Twitch, I need to figure out why it's constantly updating. That's really annoying. Sometimes it just does that. I think it's Stream Elements, but sometimes Stream Elements just constantly, like, logs in and out of your chat. And so it just keeps going, like, welcome to chat, welcome to chat. Okay, so this is gonna be... Yeah, that was a little difficult. Let's get the other one. I really need to get a new one of these brushes, though, because this guy... Even though it's, like, literally the smallest amount of pomade possible, it's still annoying every time I want to use it. I have to fix the brush like that. It is just... It's dead. It's a dead brush. I'm gonna have to do this off screen because it's such a pain in the butt, chat. Wow, why is it so humid? Was it this humid earlier today? I'm just now noticing because the door's closed? What is... Polycaps, I do not miss you at all. Also, I found out that they did introduce a new Psycho Gundam in GQ, which is funny to me because they finally released the Psycho Gundam Mark II. Then they go like, hey, here's Psycho Gundam GQ, and it's like, fuck. Fuck you. I was like, don't worry, we'll release it 10 years from now. Yeah, I fucking bet you will. Like how they're releasing the Barbatos Lupus this year. I am 100% convinced that Bandai just sits on kits for years. They're like Nintendo with games. Just like Nintendo has Metroid Prime, and they're just waiting to release it with the new console, which, like, is kind of understandable on a marketing standpoint, but just annoying as a consumer. Meanwhile, you just have Bandai who's just like, yeah, we're just waiting to, like, release it when it's a slow day, and it's like... Just fucking release the fucking Barbatos. What is your problem? This is actually really interesting. It's kind of almost like it's spring-loaded. It's like it doesn't give way until it does, but then it's like in a different... Like it's not a I can make it gradual, but it's more like a flick. Which I assume is intentional, so that way it's more stable. That's really nice, though. That's true, Gelgu was made by a lot of people. Ooh. The Dom comment makes perfect sense, because I remember when I was building the Gelgu, I was thinking, these things have, like, really thick, chonky legs like Doms. Ooh. And then... this. God, I love the Gelgoog, though. The original Gelgoog. The new Gelgoog doesn't look bad, but it kind of reminds me of the Gym-like from Gundam X more than anything, because, well, just because it has 3 eyes like the Gym-like from that universe. Actually, that reminds me of how it's kind of harder to... When it comes down to Zaku-likes in different universes, it's so easy 9 times out of 10 to like be like, yeah, that's the Zaku-like of this world. I mean, for God's sake, in Gundam Seed, they're literally called Zakus, for Christ's sake. But It's just like, it looks like a Zaku, it like functions like a Zaku, it's a Zaku. But for gyms, I kind of find it a lot of times it's either really easy or like hard to figure out what's the gym-like of its universe. Like, in Gundam Wing, it's the Leo, that's the gym-like. It's pretending to be a Zaku-like, but it's a gym-like. In... Really? That just stuck to my finger? Hold up, I need to clean that. But I have not watched it yet. Sorry for turning away from the mic to say that. But I've not watched it yet. But in Witch from Mercury, I don't know what the gym-like is. I don't know if it has a gym-like. It has a mass production Gundam in the Gundolva, which is an amazing fucking kit. Buy it if you don't have it. If it's available as well. But it's just like, for gym-likes, it's a lot harder for me to spot them. And I feel like it's because the gym is so basic that it kind of depends on what they want to go with. Like, also there's like questions of like, the Hazel or whatever it's called. I forget what it's called, but the mass production version of the Gundam in Gundam Seed, is that a mass production Gundam? Or is that a gym-like? I don't know. It has a Gundam face, so I feel like it's still a mass production Gundam. Yeah, it's the Maganak. That's the... Because it's being... The Maganak is the one being used by the Spaceoid Rebels, but also, if you actually look at the design, it has a false mono eye. I say a false mono eye because it has, like, one little bead for a mono eye, but if you look at it, it's actually, like, 3 eyes in one, technically, but it has a visor with a false mono eye. Also, it runs around with an axe. Ooh. I want the Monkey Roadie. I want the Monkey Roadie so bad. I actually... I was the one who told Shog, if you're on her server for Discord, I'm the one who actually told her that about the Monkey Roadie, and that's why she actually started posting about the like Sujioki, or I forget what it's called, hobby show, because I accidentally tipped her off. Because I was like, look at this thing. Look at this weird thing. I want it. Is it out yet? I don't know. I want the fucking Monkey Roadie, though. It looks so ridiculous, but cool at the same time. It's a big, bad Beetleborg robot. It's so fucking... I want it so much. But yeah, they've released, like, 3. They also have this, like, really big guy. And... Crab Roadie? I didn't see the Crab Roadie. I did see the Gundam Erd Hunt. Ooh, the Gundam Erd Hunt looks fucking crazy. Not crazy in like it's super complex, but just the fact that it looks like it looks like a gorilla, the fucking mech. The Hindry? Well, I think do I have the Hindry? Yeah, it probably is the Hindry. I have the Hindry, but that's just what I mean. Like, I don't know, because I also saw, like, the Demi Trainer. I was like, is the Demi Trainer the gym? Like, it's just one of those things that's so hard to, like, figure out before you've seen the, like, before you've seen it. Because a lot of times it's like, okay, well, this is the mass production mobile suit of their federation. So you just go, fuck it, that's what it is, you know? Whatever. Like, I figured it out. Like, if all else fails, you can just do that. But before you've seen the series, it's a little harder to spot. While with Zaku's, you don't need to see you don't need to see a series to recognize what thing is the Zaku like of that series. You don't need to watch it. You can just look at it and be like, there it is. Oh wait, I need to write down the Crab Roadie before I forget. Because I did not see the Crab Roadie. I only saw the Monkey Roadie. Ooh, the Monkey Roadie is hilarious. Or the Zowar. Yeah, the thing is, like, that's also what I mean. Is like, I also saw the Zowar, and I have a heavy Zowar, which I hope to build eventually. But the Zowar also kind of looks like a gym. Ooh, it's more of like the tactical. Like, it's all confusing. Ooh. It's just such a confusing thing. And the thing is that the gym itself is such a basic mech that it can be multiple things. Ooh. Like, so technically speaking, like if they have a separate space mobile suit from ground mobile suit, they could technically have two gyms because they could have like a space gym and a ground gym effectively in an alternate universe. And that's just, it's just a lot muddier, is what I would say. Like Zaku, again, just straightforward, plain and simple. It's like, it's green, it's rounded, you know, it has a mono eye maybe. It's a Zaku, you know? Yeah, the Delons are the big bad Beetleborg. Ooh. Let me... No. There we go. Ah! And then rotate this. And then rotate this. Okay. Yeah, I do actually have... Actually, wait, does that mean I have the Storm? Yes, I do have the Hindry Storm. But I love its shoulder cannon. That's why I bought it. I thought it looked really nice. It looked really sleek with its kind of like shaped shield. Ooh, which is why I got it. It's a pretty fun build. Ooh, one of my preferred builds that I've done from Witch for Mercury. I haven't done a lot though of Witch for Mercury builds, but that's a pretty good one. Ooh, probably my second favorite, but again, I think I've only made the Ariel, the Gondolva, the Hindry, and the Delonza. And really, it's just you have the Gondolva is all the way up here. This is the Gondolva. And then like everything is just like you have the Ariel, you have the Delonza, you have the Hindry, and it's just this all the way up here is the Gondolva. I love that build so much. It's such a simple but beautiful build. Okay. It could be one of those kits that's like you just buy one. It could be like the Gelgoog and the Gelgoog cannon, you're telling me. Okay. That might explain why I saw two different that actually explains a lot. Because that explains why the Monkey Roadie had two versions of it, so I probably just saw. So I probably have already seen it. Symmetrical piece, so it doesn't matter. Ooh. And because Shog has announced it, I'm gonna announce it. Ooh, I was gonna wait until next week, but that don't matter. We will be having a collab with Shog on the last... Actually, I think I probably have already announced this, to be fair. But on the last week of the month, the Monday through Wednesday, we will be having a build collab with for the Goof Custom. I will be building the standard Goof Custom from MS8 team, and she will be building the Crimson Goof Custom. It shall be a goofy collab. I'm looking forward to that. That's something I've been wanting to do ever since I saw somebody else do a stream where they were just, you know, screen sharing their build, and I was like, oh, Shog, that would be great for us to do, but she's just been a very, very busy lady. But it looks like things are starting to kind of get more into order and more in place for her, which I'm very happy to see for her. Ooh. She's rising up, but also getting things in order. She's not getting overwhelmed. She's taking her time and not trying to do everything at once. The Man Roadie is pretty cute. I have a Man Roadie. Ooh. And I'd love to build it. I considered getting a ground roadie, but I kind of felt like that was redundant to a certain extent. Ooh. It just didn't strike me as... I kind of like the orange and off-white color scheme, don't get me wrong. But not enough to order it from online or something kind of thing. Ooh. More of something that if I saw in the wild I'd pick up, but I'm not going to go out of my way to get. Ooh, but I do have a normal Man Roadie. It is a space potato. I do like it. I do like how it has its dedicated space form. I really appreciate that. Ooh. I kind of wish there were more in general, just dedicated space mechs, or at least space configurations. I think that would be really keen. Ooh. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't know that the roadie was used during the Calamity War. I had no idea. Well, I don't really know, like, the Calamity War lore and whatnot. I only kind of know what, like, is said in the anime directly, and I don't think that's stated directly in the anime. That's really neat, though, to learn. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, then this goes here. That's... I will say I was not a fan of the, weapon of the... I just don't like fucking the whole, weapon sets, that Bandai does. It kind of, like, I could understand it for, like, you know, maybe a one-off scene weapon or something, kind of like, you know, my same thing I say for P Bandai, if it's, like, something rare. But, like, for the Lupus Rex, if you want to get the alternate hands for the Lupus Rex, by which I mean, like, I think it's just open hands or closed hands. I can't remember which one. No, if you want to get closed hands for the Lupus Rex, you have to buy, like, you have to buy the secondary armor kit, and it's like, well, so, what the fuck? Like, that's awful. I don't like that. That's something that really annoys me. That is genuinely awful, but if it was some other things like rarer weapons, I could understand. Like, the Demi Trainer has an expansion kit that I found to be okay. Because it was stuff that was, like, again, just more unusual weaponry. I heard you. Oh. My friend actually just got back to me and he wants to ask why I'm asking him to return Crime Boss. Because the whole reason he bought Crime Boss was because I recommended it, and the whole reason I recommended it is because of Kier. Ooh. So I just have to tell him, like, yeah, we can't play it because the developer completely fucking betrayed their greatest supporter. But I have to tell him that after stream. I do like the mobile worker. That's something I understand, like, being in, like, a smaller, like, secondary kit. I do like also the mobile workers as just... A lot of times Gundam kind of forgets about mini mobile suits or whatever you want to call them. But... Because sometimes they're called petite mobile suits, sometimes they're called, like, this or that, but... A lot of times Gundam kind of forgets that's a thing. There's also, like, technically power armor in Gundam. Like, I think we see it in one scene of Zeta Gundam, and no, it's not petite mobile suits. It's actually like space power armor. Like, we see it in, like, one scene, and it's kind of just forgotten often that, like, these are just aspects in Gundam. Like, you get, like, a film or something where, like, it'll be, like, acknowledged, like, a side film. But in the main continuities, it kind of feels like they're not given enough love. So having the mobile workers be so prominent in IBO was very nice. They're like Tachomi or whatever they're called from oh my goodness, Merrick. From Ghost in the Shell. They're just like those tanks. They're just like the Ghost in the Shell tanks, which is so nice, which is so cute. Ooh. I didn't know that the Kamaras had a upgrade set. It's such a complete set in and of itself that I'm kind of surprised, but ooh, that's the whole thing. It's just, there was a lot of expansion sets in IBO, and that's also kind of just why it, like, is annoying to me a little. You know, it's like, what is it, 20 years ago, you could just get the Gelgoog, and you could also get an expansion set for the Gelgoog cannon. Back in my day! Like, it was all one set. Jesus Christ, a little... That'd be, like, really small, considering... That'd be... What's an Abrams? Is it 9 meters long? That'd be, like, half the length of a mobile suit. Kind of crazy to think just how massive mobile suits are. Yeah, this Gym Sniper dude does have, actually, I might have that, petite mobile suit. Uh, I mean, I have it, but I mean, I might have it, uh, 1 minute. I don't, my head being cut off like that looks stupid. 1 minute, let me see if I... Well, it should be right here, but it's not. Ah, that's a shame. I don't know where I put my petite mobile suit. But I have that kit, and it came with the petite mobile suit. It's pretty nice. And... okay, and then we are going to look at... Come on. Come on. Okay. 1 sec. Okay. Ooh, it's gone AOL. Oh my god. It'll get a tribunal and then execution. How could it? But to be honest, though it's really small, I'd rather paint it than any pilot figure that comes with, like, any mobile suit. The pilot figures, the 1/44 scale pilot figures are insane, and I've seen people paint those and do a good job at painting them, and I'm also just like, don't encourage Bandai to do, don't encourage Bandai. Just, but I want to build it. No, no, that's the masochist within you talking, okay? We all have it. We all build gunpla. We all build models, okay? That's the inner masochist talking. I really do want to build it. Do you, though? I really do want to paint it, sorry. It's the only way. I need to set an example. I don't know why saying I need to set an example made me remember my favorite way I've ever destroyed an old art piece. I had a big paper mache sculpture, and it was just too big. It was just taking up too much space. So, like, I decided just to burn it in a fire pit, which was very cool because the paper mache was of a demon rising from a portal. So, just having this demon rising from a portal just engulfed in flames looked really damn cool. Ooh. Easily best way I've ever... Okay. So this would be the left leg, and these would be the right leg pieces. And then this goes here. Oh, have I... oh, I haven't put those on yet. But with these, I think these might be the last of the polycaps. We might use some of the other ones, but these might be the last ones. I'm gonna guess we're gonna use this one for the waist, and maybe these ones for the skirts. So the skirt one is a guess. The waist one is almost certain, though. Wait, no, we've already done the waist, though, haven't we? We've already done the waist, but we've not done the hips, yeah. Oh, that's a shame. Bandai, why do you hate fitted ball joints? Why do you just make tubes? Have you learned nothing from the, like... Have you learned nothing from the Leo? Why do you still make just... Why do you still make tubular ball joints? It's such a dick move. Such a silly thing to do. I do have something to share, though. So, there's a character whose name I always forget in Gundam. His name is Paptimus. That doesn't seem correct. That's because it's not correct, Merrick. You put it on the wrong leg like an idiot. The character Paptimus from Zeta Gundam. Love him as a villain. He kind of appears like partway through to, you know, be the new type antagonist to Camille, because the writers, I feel, kind of realize, well, we kind of, Camille, everyone's kind of a jobber next to Camille. Like, sure, we have the Beast, but at the end of the day, the Beast is still an old type. But I always forget Paptimus's name, because, I mean, for God's sake, his name is Paptimus, chat. Have you ever known a Paptimus? But I was trying to remember his name earlier today, and while trying to remember it, I just was like, man, I can't remember this dude's name, freaking Pap Smear, and I was just like, that's the worst thing I could have said, but also pretty accurate. It's a Paptimus like Sirocco, but I'm just gonna call him Pap Smear from now on. Oh, look at that. That is a nice... Did you hear it? Did you hear it? Did that come through the audio? Thank you, phone. The one time I think I actually got the audio, and my phone does a bling bling to mute it out anyways. Why do I even try? God damn it. I was trying to flick the fucking toe. I got... This is why we can't have nice things. It's telling me which way to put it, but I'm not seeing it. Like this? I really do appreciate the fact that they bothered with the color separation here and they didn't do a sticker. They could have very easily done a sticker right here and just been a-holes about it, but actually having the color separation makes it look consistent overall. It has the same gloss on it. So it looks very nice like that. Also, I mean, this is true for like most mobile suits, but some mobile suits kind of catch me off guard of just how much calf they are. They have like no thigh, all calf. A very distinguishing proportion of mobile suits. It does make them look taller though. It makes it so that when you especially do ground shots of them, you know, the foreshortening makes their legs look even longer and makes them look even bigger than they already are. It's a good design choice. If I remember correctly, the classic Gundams did not have quite as much exaggeration. This is more of a modern redesign aspect, proportionally. Not the biggest thing. If I remember correctly, like they did have more human, more normal proportions in the original Gundam. But then they started figuring out that having longer calves was better for proportions and looking bigger by Zeta Gundam. Who has a more unfortunate name? Paptimus Papsmear or Quattro Vagina? I would not want to be born in the Gundam universe. You either are born with a silly name or you adopt a silly name. It's just not fair. I still find it funny in Gundam Zeta how, I forget her name, but how the one character just defects. And it's seemingly her motivation for defecting is just like, the guys are hotter on the other side or something. I don't even know. Also, wait, what's going on here? 1 minute, chat. I saw there was a new chat. Okay. So this is just really, really close is all. I was like, why won't this go over like this one will? It's just really, really close. Ah! Okay, wait a second. I think I do know the... Is that red? I mean, it's a fucking Char mobile suit, so almost certainly, but... Gyan... EX... Again, I was looking at Gyan's earlier. plus EX. Oh no, it's the one that has like a machine gun. Yes, okay. It's the one that Char looked at and was like, man, why don't we like give it an actual gun? Did we think of that? I love how it has like a little bit more of a collar. It has defined shoulders. It has really nice leg. It has really nice feet actually. I haven't given this one a really good close look. Oh my god! There's a model for this? Hold up 1 second. I need to look at this real quick. I don't know when this model is from, but that is beautiful. Also, it looks nothing, well, I shouldn't say nothing, but it looks pretty different. It is red, because of course it is. It looks very different from the manga, but the Gyan EX... What fucking decade are you from? Because, like, Bandai... I don't care if it's a P Bandai, fucking re-release it. Ooh. Wait a minute. That actually looks newer. Wait a minute. In the corner... Is that the art for the current? No, that's the art for the old Gyan. Okay. No, it's not newer. If that's the art for the old... But it looks really nice. Thank you for sharing that, though. I've seen the manga panel, but I haven't seen... I did not know that there was a model for it. It looks really nice. It looks like Advance of Zeta. By which I mean not Advance of Zeta, the series, but like it looks like it's moving towards Zeta design, which is really nice. Ooh. Yeah, ooh. Yeah, ooh. I was told last stream about the Char using it, though I was just told he used a Gyan, not that it was a custom Gyan or a modified Gyan. God, it looks really nice, though. The defined shoulders, the more sweeping forward. You can see how it's going towards the Jarja in the design. I wish I could show you it. But if you look up the Gyan X, you'll see the model. It's literally two images. It's the model and the manga panel. But it looks really nice. Yeah. It kind of feels, in all honesty, like it is what the Gyan should have been, which is fitting because the Gyan was an experimental or prototype mobile suit. So it feels like a completed Gyan in many aspects. For example, it has armor on its jetpack. Its jetpack has like looks like it has a plate of armor on it. It has like a layer of a plate of armor. The vents, weirdly, are pointing forward, but that's just a Gundam thing. Like, the Gyan is one of the few things that's like, oh, hey, how about instead of the vents pointing forward, they're pointing downward? I guess they just kind of went, fuck it, you know, with the Gyan EX, though. But it has a really nice thing. It has, its head is way better shaped. Its head, instead of being like this, one of my biggest problems with this head is it's very awkward, like, if you look at it. I mean, it's a pinhead. But what they do is they actually give it flares at the bottom that go out behind its head like a helmet. And it fills out the head, gives it more weight. That looks really, really good. I want it. You think that's a custom made G? I still want it. Why do you have to kick me while I'm down, man? I want it. You can't have it. It's not real. I want it. It looks so good. Around Stardust memory timeline. I like how the Jim Quell has cameras on its legs. The Jim Quell, which is literally called that to quell like insurrections and oppositions, it has a camera right here, so that way it may better see who it's stomping on. I mean, that's not why it's there, but you know, that's why it's there, let's be honest. And I really like that little detail, though, because it's fighting... Because it will be fighting petite mobile suits, and, you know, it's not actually expected to be fighting full-on mobile suits all the time. Possibly either be stopping, you know, riots, or, you know, acting for intimidation to such purposes. It just has cameras, like, right above its feet. That's a really nice detail. And actually, that's how you can tell if a Jim Quell is a Jim Quell. If it has those cameras, I found out. And oh god, he's gonna have good flexibility. Okay, so I was shitting on him earlier, but I was wrong to do that. I was making fun of the fact that like this is his this is his crunch, but it looks like, as you can see here, he has a whole lever function for his crunch, which is gonna be very nice. Ooh. Oh yeah. Wait, is this the fact that the red high mobility type isn't Char's high mobility type? Well, you can tell that because it's not pink. But anyways. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. I do know that though. The high mobility Zaku is often because it's bright red, not pink, but it's red. So people just immediately go, it's a Zaku, it's red, it's Char's high mobility type. It's like no. That's just a red high mobility type. It's like I've seen enough Gundam to know the truth. That's Char's. It's like, no. For once, it actually isn't Char's. It's like how... It's kind of like how after Char piloted the... Is it the Rick Rhodey? Or... No, actually, Rick Rhodey is something completely different. But the successor to the Rick Dom, like the first mobile suit you see in Zeta Gundam, I forget what it's called, but his is red, and then after that, though, all the ones we see subsequently are also red. So it's kind of like that. It was just like, Char is just like, you just see him and you're just like, wait a minute. Char's not piloting that anymore. Why is it still red? It don't make no sense to me. I'm kind of surprised that Char clones don't always pilot red mobile suits. Actually, the two mobile suits that came to mind were both white, and that's just pure coincidence. He's not a Char clone, though. The secret antagonist, or secret bad guy, I should call him, of Iron-Blooded Orphans isn't a Char clone. He's a false Char clone. I can't believe I forgot that. I was about to say, like, oh, the Gundam Ball is white, and it's like, well, that guy's not a Char clone. Ooh. The Char clone actually pilots the Kimaris, because they wanted to, like, because they lied to you. They're like, look at this guy, he's Garma. Just kidding, he's actually Char all along. It was me, the Char clone. You thought it was Garma. Ooh. Ah. Okay, so Char has also used a mobility type though before. Ooh. That is one thing, is that like there is a part in the Gundam original series where before the final battle, but like Char, because he's the antagonist, we're not always on top of what he's doing at any given moment. So there's a lot of downtime where the writers can just be like, yeah, Char was actually just doing this. They can just insert him into pretty much anywhere they want that is not already taken up. If somebody hasn't said Char was here at this time, they can just go like, Char was here actually at this time. And so Char's kind of just like all over the place during the 1 year war. Like if he's not on screen, you'd think like, oh yeah, so like he's, you know, just like he's here. Like there's just stretches of time where you don't know where Char is, and you take that for granted, and the writers of like expanded products were just like, okay, well, we're just gonna take Char and put him somewhere. It's like, is that a good idea? Because like, won't that like make things logistically confusing? Don't worry, we'll cover that. Will you though? Sure. Well, thank you for the clarification. Isn't it? Why did I do that? Merrick, what are you doing? To cut or not to cut? That is always the true question. To cut or not to cut? Don't. Oof. Oh, God. Cut or not to cut? I'm gonna not cut for the time being. I almost always cut the skirts. But in this case, because the skirt's so unique, I'm just gonna leave it in one piece. Normally I cut these parts off because these aren't connected. But I just don't know the dynamics of this skirt, so I'm just gonna play it safe. There we go. To cut or not to cut? An emo kid's memoir. What? 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 Okay, it's coming along very nicely, though. Ooh. It's actually kind of funny, because the real reason I have this isn't because I'm a fan of the Gyan, but because I tend to be a fan of Gyan likes in alternate universes. So I just felt like it'd be weird, though, to have, like, multiple Gyan likes. Did I put those on wrong? I did. That's embarrassing. But to have, like, Gyans from alternate universes, but not have the original. God, it's still up on my screen, the custom, the probably not real custom Gyan X, and I still want it. It looks so good. Yeah, okay, so we have this whole hinge feature for extra mobility, and sadly, it looks like this back skirt is not going to be on tightly. I say that, and it doesn't feel like this is the tightest connection we're working with these hinges. They probably wanted to play it safe, though, to be honest, and not make it too tight and make everything break, in their defense. And the Gyan, who is one of these mobile suits where I was very confused if it had a beam saber or if it just had like a heat stick. It's like a, oh, that is like a perfect bubble right there. There's no hiding that bubble. The Rickdoms have heat sticks, right? Am I misremembering that one? This is a beam saber, but the Rickdoms had like heat sticks. Ooh, I don't know what the hell they were called, actually. It's called a Heat Hawk when it's the axes. What the hell were the things that the Doms had called? I'm like 90% certain that they were not beam weapons. Which is weird, because the Dom was outfitted to be able to use beam weapons. But then they just didn't give them beam sabers for some reason. I cannot explain that one. Unless those were beam sabers and I'm just going insane. He was supposed to use the Gundam Mark III for the final battle in Zeta, but it couldn't deliver in time because... So it's like the Alex. But there's some irony in that. So he was supposed to get, like, so it's like an Alex situation. That he was supposed to have a different mobile suit for the final battle. Actually, I thought the Gundam Mark III, though... That's interesting to learn, though, because I thought the Gundam Mark III was after Zeta. I had no idea that it was actually supposed to be delivered during that. He probably would have done a lot better in that final battle if he had that. He did... Char did not do good in the final battle of Zeta. He was really, like, fighting for his life that entire battle. He was fighting both... At one point, he was fighting both Haman and Paptimus, who were just in better mobile suits. Like... Oh my god, and who were both... Because they... I don't know what... Char has a lot of baggage, and I always feel like that's held him back from being a stronger new type. Ooh, and that's kind of like a very intentional thing. But They just had, but I would even like put it to the fact that they were just like, you know, two really powerful new types. Is this the fact that their mobile suits were just so powerful, and Char was still in, like, technically speaking, an experimental mobile suit, and he was just having to keep up with these guys. Oh my god. I have an experimental mobile suit that has armor that, you know, blows up when it's shot. Man, dude. Well, what's the point of that? Well, it means I can take 2 shots before dying. Dude, just put on lunar titanium. Just get the lunar titanium. That can take like 100 shots before exploding. It's called a heat saber. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense in hindsight. Yeah, actually, because I couldn't remember if what I was thinking of was the Gundam Mark IV or the Gundam Mark III, so I looked it up. And yeah, it really is just a transformable Zeta. You can definitely see how it was evolved from the Zeta in its design. Has big ass fucking long feet though. And it looks like it. I don't know if those are shoulder cannons or it just has its rifles mounted on its back, but it looks cool either way. But it's the Gundam Mark IV is, I think, like the one that's just like super bulky. Ooh. I can't remember if there's a Gundam Mark V, but I think that one's even bulkier. But describing it as a non-transformable Zeta is a pretty good description, especially considering it actually has... Yeah, fucking wait a minute. Can we zoom in real quick? Holy shit, does it have 4 eyes? Why does it have 4 eyes? Am I going crazy? I was looking at it, I was like, oh, it doesn't have the mouth grill, and then I noticed that there was yellow where it's under its eyes. Can I get another image of it? Can I get a second opinion? I'm gonna guess this Unit 8 was what was meant for Char. I don't know, it's red. There's a red Gundam Mark III. Okay, that one doesn't have double eyes. Why does it look like the line art for the original Gundam Mark III has double set of eyes? That's weird. It doesn't have a double set of eyes, but it looks like it does in the line art, because line art is weird. That's why, Merrick. Line art is often kind of shit. That is weird. It has like these 2 little nubbins that look like eyes, but they're not eyes. It's weird. You have to like zoom in to like see them even, but in no other version outside of the line art for the original Mark III do you even see even divots under the eyes. Oh yeah, fucking Char literally just being like stripped like slowly but surely by Haman. This Haman systematically taking his mobile suit apart, and also kind of being symbolic of her taking him apart in a sense. But yeah, that was a brutal fight to see just Char getting wrecked. And again, at one point, like, Paptimus just, like, joins in on wrecking him, and it's just like, what are you doing here? Like, she doesn't need the help. She's like, he's getting his ass reamed without, like, the assistance. Like, shouldn't you be fighting Camille or something? But there is a moment where it's just both. Again, it's the Quebly and the Fat Boy. I forget what it's called, but it's Paptimus's mech. It's Paptimus himself. Are just both fighting Char, and it's just like, what is happening here? Like, it's like he's already getting screwed. It's just, the writers just wanted to fuck with Char, man. I think it's just pits in the line art, and because I honestly think they're not even yellow. I think it's just my eyes playing tricks on me. I think it's just one of those weird situations where you want to see a face where there isn't, so I'm seeing an extra set of eyes where there isn't. It's this line art can be a little tricky like that. And I'm a little confused here. Oh, okay, well that's really confusing actually. So, okay, so like this interlocks with this, and then goes like this, which is cool, That's going to be really secure, but it's just a little confusing. And then we push it back down. And then we connect it to this. I have a really bad reflection where I am right now. Let me see if I can... Oh, the pains of fucking streaming. I literally cannot see that for the life of me, though. I think I saw another chat, but I'm gonna have to get to this before I do it, because I don't know what the... Did I put you on wrong? No, but I was trying to put this part on wrong. Okay, so... There we go. Okay. Ah, O. Is it really just called the O? I once saw a master grade for that, and I was like, that's neat, but I'm not getting that, dude. That thing is so big, not only in, like, the fact of just how, like, in its normal size, but it's also just such a wide boy. It's like the Nightingale in that regard, where it's like, it's not only tall, but it's also, it's tall and large, chat. But yeah, fucking, that finale in Zeta Gundam, where it says, like, you know what, screw it, crash the Zeta into the enemy mech, just who cares, I have super armor. And then Paptimus just going, you know what, this is some bullshit. I'm gonna just, with my last breath, I'm gonna give you a Caesar, I'm gonna give you a stroke. Ooh. That finale went off the fucking rails in Zeta Gundam so fucking hard, man. Ooh, I love Zeta Gundam, but that finale just... Wow, it just went fucking crazy. It went so crazy that all the insane shit that happens in Double Zeta Gundam, I just look at and go like, yeah, no, I'm okay with this because, you know, the finale of what happened before. So in that regard, it's really good. You watch the end of Zeta Gundam and you're just not surprised by anything happening anymore. You're just like, no, this makes sense. It's like, it doesn't make sense. Like, he just got super armor from, like, the souls of a bunch of dead women. Yeah, no, that makes sense. It's like, Merrick, how does that make sense? It makes sense. It makes sense. A bunch of female ghosts gave him super armor. It makes sense. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it too much. It's like, since when could new type abilities just give you a force field? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Since right now, okay? You're overthinking it. Ah, okay. Sweet. God, that shield is so bulky, but it should be bulky because it's literally a projectile launcher. And you need the ball cap, which I never put on for some reason. I just skipped that step. But... Actually, tomorrow, I was wondering what the hell we'd be doing tomorrow. And I actually have two announcements. For one thing, Gundog is going to be put on ice. Because it's just people don't really tune into it. But also it's just the fact that, unless I can get somebody to also, like, co-host it for the voices, I think I'm just going to, like, put it on ice for the time being. But that's not what I wanted to say. What I wanted to say was... Give me 1 second, I'm actually a little confused how I deconstruct this hand. Was tomorrow we will be playing Doom, because apparently it comes out tomorrow. Ooh. And hopefully my computer can run it, because I have no idea what the specs are. If it can't, we'll just play more Doom 2016. I have no idea, because you said watermelon, I think, as a censorship term. It is making me think of censorship words, of how to talk around, you know, what happens in that scene. And it made me think of Murder Apocalypse and the run-in joke that at one point they don't like when, like, they have a near-death experience. Ooh, that makes it sound like they almost died. They had a very close call, is what happened in an episode. And so after that in that episode, they just start going like, oh my god, like, we could have died there. Yeah, we could have died. And it's just like, oh, I don't even like hearing that word. Yeah, we need to say something else. You know, I can't stand even hearing that word. It's like, how about hamburger time? Yes, hamburger time. And they just insist on using the phrase hamburger time instead of dying. Guys, death is very possible here. Don't say that. Say hamburger time. Okay, got it. Hamburger time could result in hamburger time. Thank you. Metalocalypse was so fucking peak. It was such a great series, and a lot of the songs weren't half bad either, especially in the first season. Awaken is just genuinely a cool fucking song. This is ridiculous. There's no such things as trolls. Oh, no such things as trolls, you say? Then explain all the dead unicorns. This guy looks great, actually. Holy shit. I always found the original Gyan to be a little awkward, but they adjusted the proportions just a little bit, made him a little thinner, made his head sunk in a little more, made his jetpack kind of rise up a little more to fill out his silhouette. This guy looks amazing, actually. Holy shit. Oh my god, this might convert me into liking the Gyan more. Look at this dude. This is a cool-ass kit. He can hold his shield in front of him. Let's see if he can strike a nice little pose. He has good flexibility in the legs, so he can get a nice pose from it with those legs. Turn his head. Ooh, he looks pretty nice. He looks very, very nice, actually. Let's see if I can get him into more of a striking pose. That wrist is really nice. Let's throw out like I don't know. That shield is really nice and secure. I'm very happy about this shield. Gonna keep his shield in front of him, and it's gonna be a little bit of a balancing act because he's at a bit of an awkward angle in defense. But yeah, he can stand like that. He can like do a little striking pose. That's nice. That is really, really nice. Yeah, it is. I was meant to say that at the start of stream, and I completely forget. This is the Revive Gyan. This is the Gyan 2.0 high grade, effectively. And it is really nice. They took their time and really did a good job with it. And ooh, you look, he has very good presence. And don't fucking stay focused. Oh my god, the old Gelgoog is actually pretty good for how old it is, but a Revive Gelgoog would be amazing. If the old Gelgoog is anything to go by, a Revive Gelgoog would be amazing. Let us get out our previous build. Our previous build, which was a Gyan-like. Not by coincidence, because I wanted you to vote on Knightly Mechs, but both a Gyan from an alternate universe and the Gyan itself, and they look pretty neat next to each other. You can definitely see the inspirations with the projectile shields that they both have. You know, both kind of have like almost like a lance. Like this guy has more of like a fencing blade, but it's so thick it always kind of felt like a lance to me. So this guy having like a piercing lance is really nice. There are so many high-grade Zaku 2s, but yes, I have the 240 Zaku Revive. I just realized it's not next to the other Zakus for some reason. But I have the... Actually, you know what? I can get him out. Let me go get him real quick. I think he fell off the shelf, and I don't know where his shoulder pad is, so I'm gonna have to find his shoulder pad sometime, but his shoulder shield is missing, but we can also have it next to, and just to see how big it is, next to a standard mobile suit. Oh wow, the Gyan! Damn, Gyan, you are big! I did not know, I thought it was like, I thought its head height was a normal 18, and then maybe it was like 19 with the spike, but this guy's like... Wow, hold up, I need to like stand these guys up. Jesus Christ, Gyan! You are big! I never knew the Gyan was this massive. Let me get my head back, but wow! Yeah, those are all good. Though the Hyakushiki, I find, has trouble standing on its legs. It's kind of a kit that you either have to put in a stand or you're going to be very finicky, or at least that's my experience with it. But it still looks very nice. Ooh. I have yet to... I think 00. I think Gundam 00 is what I'm watching after Gundam Seed Destiny. Ooh. But I am planning to get to that one. I know people really like that one. But yeah, damn, I had no idea that the Gyan was this big. This is why we do size comparisons, to get surprised like this. It is massive, though. That also means this guy is pretty big, because this guy seems kind of comparable in size. I'm gonna have to stand them up. Yeah, they're pretty comparable in size, the Gyan and the Sigrun. I had no idea the Sigrun was this massive either. I mean, look at that. Like, the 18-meter Zaku is only getting up to the shoulder of these guys. I had no idea it was that massive. Christ. Ooh. Or not? Wait. Are we back? Are we back? It appears that we crashed for half a second, so we're gonna wrap up sooner rather than later. Wow. Okay. I get the hint. I guess we're not gonna do any post-build prep work. There was some stuff I wanted to do, like maybe paint like here. We might still do that, but yeah, look at I mean, next to the Sazabi, he's still tiny. Everything is tiny next to the Zazabi, but ooh, he goes above the waist of the Zazabi, so he's pretty big still. He's a pretty big boy. It looks like we're back. Yeah, it says we're back, but this is the build that we have. And it's a really beautiful build. I missed some panel lining right here on the front of the chest, but I can get that later. But I would definitely recommend it. I'm not actually a very big fan of the Gyan, because the Gyan in the original anime I found to have slightly awkward proportions, but just like the Zaku Revive, they kind of adjust the proportions from the classic, make it a little less squat, and thin it out a little, where it still looks like what you remember it as, but it looks like the better memory of it. It looks like the better, because again, as the original Gundam had some production issues, but it looks like the best of it. It looks like the best version of what you remember, just like the Zaku Revive. So I definitely recommend this surprisingly tall boy. However, though I wanted to do some prep work, some post-build touch-ups, because of that crash that just happened on stream, I'm just going to jump into sending you guys somewhere else, just in case. Because I don't want you guys just to, you know, deal with a crash stream and have nowhere to go. So let me find a place for you guys to go. And thank you very much for joining us. Yeah, and next week, actually, I should say before we do anything, next week we will be back to do touch-ups for models, so we'll probably like paint the parts that we missed here, do panel lining on some older kits and whatnot. We will not be building anything new next week because we won't have the time, because on Monday we will be doing a collab with Atya, and so we'll just be doing some touch-ups on Wednesday. So that's just something I feel like I should say now for the Gunpla fans in the audience. We're going to be doing a drawing stream. Also, not only on Monday, but on Friday, we will be doing a drawing collab again with Yumiko. And this one will be a lot earlier. It's scheduled to start between 7 and 6 o'clock. I should say 6 and 7. Just because her time zone, it's just better for that. And on a Friday, I'm hoping that's a little more appropriate. That's a little more doable for you guys as well. But tomorrow, we will be back with Doom. So, in order, we will be having Doom tomorrow, a collab on Friday for drawing, and that will be an early stream. And then on Saturday, we will be doing another Red Dead stream leading into Blazing Saddles watch-along stream with Powerlines and Captain, and possibly, maybe not, an extra third guest. So, if you have time for any of those streams, please tune in. Cheap viewers, why you gotta rain on my parade right as I'm signing out? But let me get a link out for you YouTubers. And it looks like, it says on Twitch, there's nobody here right now. So, if you're here, tell me and I'll link you out. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna link out to YouTube. Ooh, let's see here. I'm gonna link out probably to Mori Calliope, simply because Opus has been recommending Expedition 33, and it appears she is playing it. Let me... Damn it, I don't know when she started. Let me see when she started to make sure she's not... Oh, she started 9 minutes ago. Her stream is just starting. So yeah, we're gonna link to Mori Calliope. So she's gonna be playing Expedition 33. Opus has been recommending it, so check out that gameplay. And have a great day, a wonderful life, and remember, don't lose your head. This has been Merrick Vespa signing off from me to you.